Hey everyone, talking about Oud for Greatness by Initio Parfums, a very popular niche oud scent. It has notes of lavender, saffron, nutmeg, natural oud wood, natural agarwood oil, so basically oud oil, I assume, patchouli, and muscs. This is refined, elegant, and classy. I wouldn't say it's like as easily wearable of an oud scent as Oud for Happiness, also by Initio, which that was kind of the first oud scent that I tried where I was like, oh wow, oud does not always smell kind of dank or pungent or overwhelming. But this is still not as like animalic or pungent or anything as kind of the typical stereotype of an oud scent. People compare it to Baccarat Rouge, and at first I was like, what the fuck? Like, I don't get that at all from this. Granted, things can smell different to different people, but I was just really trying to search for it. But after the beginning of the opening, as it progresses, I can kind of see that, like a darker version of that type of smell. Definitely not a dupe. I don't even know if that's intentional because it's not so identical that it's like, oh, yeah, they're ripping it off or something like that. But there is a bit of that there. Smells very high quality. Does not smell the most original to me. Kind of like a lot of the core aspects of it just remind me of other fragrances, whether it's kind of like Haultain by Parfums de Marly, though to my nose slightly less sweet than that one, or as mentioned, like a little bit of a Baccarat Rouge vibe. And can't even think necessarily of other ones, but it does not the type of thing where I smell and I'm like, oh, I've never smelled anything like this before or something like that. And not everything has to be like that, but it's also just not my type of scent to wear. But if you like the idea of like a sweet yet regal and kind of sophisticated oud, maybe it would be worth the almost $400 price tag for a 90 milliliter to you. The dry down does get like kind of sweeter, like a musky woods. This is a good like fall and winter nighttime scent and is unisex leaning masculine. Great longevity and projection, so if that's important to you, this passes those tests. And yeah, as mentioned, this is all close to $400 for a 90 mil. I'll put a link in the description where you can get a bottle or a sample. But yeah, I would say it's a good one to check out. One, if you like, kind of regal oud scents that aren't too animalic. And also, if you haven't tried that many oud scents yet, this would be worth kind of trying a sample of to see, like, okay, sometimes it's not totally, animalic and disgusting, but without going so far in the other direction that you barely get any oud from it or something like that. So, yeah, if you've tried it, let me know what you think. And otherwise, yeah, I'll put those links in the description.